Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Grant Ellis' season of The Bachelor ended happily when he proposed to Juliana Pasquarosa. But first, he had to break up with Licia Gare. Bachelor Nation viewers weren't happy with Grant's behavior during the heartbreaking conversation. Why do some viewers see similarities between Grant's season finale and Charity Lawson's Bachelorette ending? Bachelor Season 29 loses millions of viewers. The Bachelor ratings have been in a steep decline in recent years. But Joey Graziadei's season gave ABC the highest ratings they'd seen in years. Many credited Joey with reviving the aging franchise. Hope was high going into Jen Tran's Bachelorette season. However, her season was plagued with racism from viewers and contestants with problematic pasts. The season ended in controversy when Jen and her winner, Devin Strader, broke up within weeks of getting engaged. Many longtime fans said they wouldn't watch Grant Ellis' season of The Bachelor in protest of how Jen Tran was treated by producers. It seems as though a lot of fans kept their word. According to the U.S. Sun, Grant's season lost nearly 1 million viewers compared to the previous Bachelor season. Fans compare Grant's season finale to Charity Lawson's. Despite low ratings during the season, Bachelor Nation fans tuned into the dramatic Season 29 finale. They watched as Licia Gare poured her heart out to Grant Ellis, only for him to reject her. Licia was completely blindsided. She claimed that Grant all but told her the night before that he was going to propose to her. But instead, he dumped her and proposed to Juliana. Many fans agreed that Grant led Licia on, but one fan took to social media to vent about Charity Lawson's reaction during the finale. She was at the After the Final Rose Live special, and the camera panned to her multiple times. The viewer wrote, "Was anyone else bothered by Charity nodding her head all wild to Licia's speech to Grant when he was breaking up with her? Like GURL, we all remember Joey getting down on his knee for you. Don't act like you and Grant didn't play the show the exact same." Another fan agreed, writing, "I completely agree." Charity was nodding her head, smiling, giggling, while Joey was professing his love, and exactly like you said, was encouraged enough by that to get down. Did Charity lead Joey Graziadei on? Joey Graziadei was heartbroken when Charity sent him home. She went on to get engaged to Dotun Olubeko, and they are planning their wedding. It all worked out in the end for Joey, though. He got engaged to Kelsey Anderson during Season 28 of The Bachelor. But did Charity lead him on like Grant did Licia? Several Bachelor Nation fans pointed out one difference: Charity didn't let Joey propose. On the other hand, Grant let Licia give a long speech about how she was in love with him and couldn't wait to get married and start a family. But looking back at Charity's season, she did tell Joey that she was in love with him. The admission came after he admitted that he had fallen in love with her. "It's not even a matter of, am I falling in love with you? I am in love with you," she told him. Do you think Charity was a little hypocritical about the way Grant broke up with Licia when she broke up with Joey in a similar way? Sound off in the comments. When it comes to The Bachelor, finales are everything. They're the culmination of tears, roses, fantasy suites, and shocking exits. But when fans watched Grant Ellis' season come to a close, they weren't just surprised, they were divided. Comparisons to Charity Lawson's heartfelt and empowering finale were immediate, sparking debates across Bachelor Nation. Did Grant's roller coaster of emotions measure up to Charity's poised, emotional farewell? Or did it expose a deeper problem with how the series handles its leads? We dug deep into both finals, the choices, the drama, the aftermath, and the surprising ripple effects that no one saw coming. Full story continues below, approximately 5,000 words. Part 1. 2 Leads, 2 Legacies. When Grant Ellis was announced as the next Bachelor, there was a palpable buzz. With his good looks, southern charm, and mysterious past, ABC was banking on his allure to reignite viewer excitement. But from the very first rose ceremony, comparisons to Charity Lawson's breakout season as the Bachelorette began brewing. Charity, a child and family therapist with a heart of gold and a backbone of steel, captivated audiences with her articulate compassion and fierce independence. Her season finale, though tearful and difficult, was hailed as one of the most mature, graceful breakups in franchise history. Grant's, not so much. I think we were all expecting a modern love story with Grant, said Bachelor Nation podcaster Emma Blake. But what we got felt like a confusing mess of mixed signals, indecision, and last-minute panic. So how did it all go down? Part 2, Charity's Finale, a study in strength. Let's rewind to Charity Lawson's season. Her final two men, Dotun Olubeko and Joey Graziadei, were both beloved by fans. Charity had built undeniable chemistry with both, but her decision felt grounded in self-awareness. In Fiji, Charity had her final dates with each suitor, both of whom expressed their love and commitment. But it was Dotun who ultimately stole her heart. Her emotional goodbye to Joey was heartbreaking, raw, honest, and undeniably respectful. "I know this is going to hurt," she told him, voice cracking, "but I know in my heart who my person is." Joey left crushed but composed. Later, in After the Final Rose, he praised Charity's kindness and clarity. "I'll always be grateful," he said. "She made me feel seen." The key takeaway? Charity was decisive. She made a hard choice, stuck to it, and didn't string anyone along. It was emotional but clean, a finale that reminded fans why they fell in love with the show in the first place. Part 3, Grant's Finale, a roller coaster of red flags. Now contrast that with Grant Ellis' finale. His final two? Fan favorite Ligia Gar and designer influencer Juliana Pasquarosa. And where Charity exuded calm confidence, Grant seemed caught in a storm of confusion. In the final episodes, Grant seemed deeply torn, saying, "I'm in love with both" in one breath, and "I'm not sure I'm ready" in the next. His final dates were filled with awkward pauses and cryptic statements. He told Ligia, "I can see a future with you, but I'm scared of what happens after this." He told Juliana, "You challenge me in ways I don't always understand." Fans were baffled. Was that a compliment? The finale moment itself was explosive. Instead of the traditional proposal, Grant gave Juliana the final rose, but no ring. And he told Ligia she was everything he thought he wanted, but not what his gut was telling him. Wait, what? Twitter exploded. He led her on the whole time. The moment felt less like a fairy tale and more like a messy situationship unraveling on live TV. And in After the Final Rose, things got worse. Ligia revealed that Grant had reassured her of a proposal just days before filming wrapped. "I was blindsided," she said through tears. "I didn't just imagine the connection. We talked about it constantly." Grant denied making false promises, but fans weren't buying it. Part 4, the editing controversy. One major difference between the two finals? How they were edited. Charity's finale was crisp, cinematic, and emotionally paced. Grant's felt choppy, edited to emphasize his inner turmoil, but leaving out crucial context. Viewers questioned if producers deliberately hid red flags or changed narrative arcs to suit a shock ending. Bachelor data analyst Grace Owens pointed out on TikTok, "Watch how often they cut away when Grant is talking in the finale. There's clearly more to his story that we never saw." The edit sparked online petitions for ABC to release uncut versions of key scenes. It also revived the debate about how male leads are often portrayed with more leniency than their female counterparts. Charity's uncertainty was framed as thoughtfulness, said fan writer Jules Nguyen. Grant's was framed as drama, and it hurt everyone involved. Part 5, the aftermath, fan reactions, and fallout. The fan reaction was swift and fierce. Reddit threads exploded with anger toward Grant for stringing along Ligia and emotionally breadcrumbing Juliana. Meanwhile, Charity was trending again, for all the right reasons. Can we get Charity back? One fan tweeted. She set the bar, Grant just buried it. Even past contestants weighed in. Joey Greasy D, now happily engaged himself, tweeted, "Every lead has their own journey, but communication and respect are everything." Grant tried to defend himself on podcasts and interviews, insisting, "I did the best I could in a really intense situation." But the damage was done. Meanwhile, Charity and Doughton, still going strong, posted a photo captioned, "Love is clarity." A subtle dig? Fans thought so. Part 6. Love, Clarity, and Accountability. Why did Grant's finale fail to land the way Charity's did? Some point to maturity. Charity, with her therapeutic background, understood emotional nuance. Grant, critics say, was more concerned with pleasing everyone and ended up hurting both women. Others blame producers. "They thrive on chaos," said former Bachelor Nick Viall. "If a lead is indecisive, they'll exploit that. And then there's the gender dynamic. We expect women to explain themselves more," said media analyst Taylor James. "When men fumble emotionally, we excuse it as confusion, but the impact is still harmful." Part 7. Redemption or Ruin? Can Grant bounce back? Some fans think so. His apology tour has softened some of the backlash, and Juliana has publicly defended him, at least for now. But others are done. "Grant Ellis is the worst bachelor since Juan Pablo," wrote one YouTuber. At least Juan Pablo didn't pretend to be confused. He was just blunt. In contrast, Charity's post-Bachelorette career has soared. She's booked hosting gigs, launched a mental health podcast, and even hinted at writing a book. Her grace in navigating her finale has only elevated her status. Part 8. What we learned from both finales. So what's the lesson here? Charity Lawson showed us that strength doesn't mean perfection. It means being honest and firm, even when it hurts. Grant Ellis reminded us what happens when clarity is replaced by fear. Bachelor Nation deserves love stories that feel authentic, not manipulated. And while no lead is perfect, the contrast between these two finales is a masterclass in emotional intelligence and the consequences when it's lacking. Conclusion. In the ever-dramatic world of The Bachelor, finales aren't just about love, they're about legacy. Charity Lawson's ending gave us closure, clarity, and a couple to root for. Grant Ellis gave us questions, chaos, and controversy. As the dust settles, fans are left wondering, what kind of lead do we want to see next? Because if there's one thing this season taught us, it's that not every rose ends in romance, and not every finale is worth the wait.